Great. Okay, you're next.
My question is for Paul. In the first two movies, you based it pretty much on the game and stuff. In the third movie, you went in a different direction. And what's making you in the fourth movie use elements from Resident Evil 5, like the Executioner?
I played Resident Evil 5 and I just loved the game. I thought it was fantastic, and I loved the creatures in the game, and I loved the imagery from the game, and I was just very inspired by it. So I was very inspired to kind of take the Executioner, to take the undead dogs, which I thought was a fantastic reuse of the dogs that were a favorite from the movie franchise, but I was thinking, fourth time around, how on earth can we make them different? And then I played Resident Evil 5, and their heads opened up, and I'm like, wow, that's so cool, that's got to be in the film. And also, Resident Evil 5, the game, had Wesker in it, who I think is some people's favorite character from the series of video games. So it was perfect to kind of introduce him into the movie franchise and really give him a very substantial role. And also some of the fight choreography I thought was fantastic from the game. There's one fight in particular which features Wesker and Chris and another female character from the game, but we kind of recreated it with Wesker and Chris and Claire in the movie, almost shot for shot, because I just thought it was the coolest action choreography I'd seen in a long time.
Sick. It looks sick.
Wentworth, had you played the game before? You got the job? No?
My parents put an emphasis on homework, so there wasn't a whole lot of comic books or video games in my house, so I had to educate myself really quickly.
You were deprived.
What's that?
You were deprived as a child. You were deprived as a child from the video game.
Deprived, yeah. I'm making up for it now.
Yes, indeed.
What's your next question?
I heard a rumor that Jill Valentine is returning to the franchise. Is there a possibility of Leon Kennedy?
Don't look at me.
Well, Leon is one of my favorite characters from the video games, and we had a debate as to whether he should actually be in this movie or not. We decided against it, but he's definitely, touch wood, if we were ever to make another movie, I think he'd be a character we'd very seriously consider bringing into the franchise. And as for Jill Valentine, well, stay tuned.
Paul, are there plans to make another film?
The Harry Potter of zombies.
Sorry?
Are there plans to make another?
We always take it one movie at a time.
Yeah.
We really kind of put all of our efforts and into making the best possible movie we can, and then kind of take it from there.
Gotcha. Your next question?
Hi, how you doing? You guys did a ton of your own stunts in this movie, and I was wondering if there's any crazy, you almost hurt yourself doing any of them, or any cool stories. And Mila, can you say multi-pass, please?
Oh wow, that's been a long time. I would say it's more like, is there ever a stunt sequence that we don't get hurt? But we train very hard for these movies, and it has to be so well choreographed and so well timed so that we make it as safe as possible, because obviously every movie we are raising the bar with the stunts and the quality of the stunts, and of course, every time we go into it, we've had the training from the last movies, so we're always raising the level. But of course, you need to make sure that safety is number one. Saying that, I mean, you see what's up there. You can't do that without getting hurt, But touch wood, like Paul said, nothing, no broken bones or anything. Just really sore the next morning, and lots of bruising that has to be covered up.
One of the interesting things about 3D...
Actually, owie, I sprained my finger.
I got a little too into one of the scenes.
And yeah, a few more
That was
wounds.
a disaster.
Yeah,
She had to go
that was a bad one.
to the doctor.
Yeah.
I mean,
He had to do the job.
One of the
No?
interesting
Yeah.
things about 3D is that the traditional way to block fights is one actor moves their fist in front of another actor's face, and the second actor reacts as though they've been hit, and you line the camera up correctly, and that person's fist comes within 6 inches of the other person's face. It's all fake. In 3D, because you have such a greater sense of depth, that doesn't work anymore. So it means you have to block fight scenes where people really get hit, which means there's a lot more physicality that goes into the fights, and the fights become a lot tougher in 3D. So like Mila said, the girls and boys were going home with a lot more bruises every day.